So today is New Year's Eve. It's a beautiful day, 45 degrees, and we are going to look for some hawthorn berries and some staghorn sumac that we are going to make a tea. We're going to see if we can't find some. Now, it'll be tough to find the hawthorns because it's a little late in the season, but there might still be a few that are hanging on. We'll see. Oh, I see a few up in here. Let's see what we can find. So hawthorn berries are good for digestive health. They're good. They have a lot of antioxidants, which are good for your heart, and they've been used for many years. I think the Native Americans used them for a lot of different things. So we're going to see if we can't pick some. And again, it's a little late in the season. I see a few hanging on, but we're going to pick what we can. Make some tea. We're going to get some staghorn sumac as well. Make a tea out of that. And then I also have some chaga that I harvested up in the North Country. We don't have it around here. It's a fungus that grows on birch trees, so we will see what we can find. Oh yeah, there's a couple. These are a little dried up, but I think they'll work. Oh, look at, there's some nice ones. Look at that. Oh yeah. It's pretty slim pickings, but we'll find some. We just gotta look around a little bit. There's one. Now, I call these thorn apples, and there's lots of them around. But technically they're a hawthorn, and there is different species of hawthorn trees, but they all have the same properties. So there's another one. See that right there? Yep. So that, I call it sumac, but it's a red staghorn or staghorn sumac. Now the Native Americans use this for any number of things: sore throat, diarrhea, asthma. So it's been used for a lot of different things. You can steep it or boil it and make a tea out of it. And it does have some sweetness to it, but it's actually better to sweeten it up with some honey or something like that. So there's a few down here, and that is where we're going. I'm looking around for some more hawthorn berries as I walk along here, because I didn't find too many in the other spot. We got a handful of them. But right here is the sumac. So here's the sumac. I'm gonna cut some of the berries off, or some of these heads off. So we got these three. You can see that they're a really fuzzy berry. It's better to pick these earlier in the season, but in the fall, we're actually into winter right now, so that still should be good. Some old dried up grapes. Might be some sugar left in those. So I'm finding a lot of, finding a lot of rose hips on some of the smaller rose plants. They're all over in here. They're good for, they're high in vitamin C. They're good stuff. I don't think you want to eat a lot of them though. So the search for the hawthorn berries is not going so well, but we did get a few of them. We did get some sumac. I got a chunk of chaga. We're gonna go make ourselves a nice tea, start a fire. Beautiful day. Okay, let's head back to the tent and get a fire going. Have some tea. So all these little dead branches at the base of the pine trees, perfect fire starters. We've got our staghorn sumac. Let's pick out some of the ranky stuff. We're just gonna brush off the drier stuff on the outside and keep the better inside stuff. We put that right in there. We're gonna throw a couple of them in there. We have our, we've got a bunch of hawthorn. Let me see. Hawthorns. We got some Concord grapes, a little bit dried up, but they might add a little sweetness. We got some rose hips, and we have our chaga. And if you've never seen chaga before, it's a fungus that grows on birch trees. It's more in the north country. I never find it around here, but we're gonna, you can see this stuff. It almost looks like charcoal. It grows off the edge. It'll eventually kill the birch tree. You can actually see there's some birch bark on there. It'll eventually kill the tree. Okay. Now we're gonna set this to boiling. Make ourselves a tea. I also have some honey, and we'll put that in later. Honey in there. Wow, that smells good. That's actually really good. Yeah. Everything I put in there has a purpose. The CHAGA is a cancer fighter. It's supposed to shrink tumors. The SUMAC was used by the Native Americans for all sorts of ailments. The HAWTHORN, the same thing. It's been used in tinctures and remedies for digestive health and all sorts of things. I also put some rose hips in here, and that's good for vitamin C, although when you boil it, it diminishes the vitamin C to some degree. I think I feel better already.